Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, and I want to talk about the Arcana mechanic here in Sandlord season. This is the previous season's mechanic, and it can drop some absolutely ginormous loot, like these two fish in the cages I just got here. Now do note that this mechanic does have a pretty darn strong drop pet. The Arcana pet is maybe a little bit overtuned. It is this one right here, and I do have this completely maxed out. So your mileage may vary without this. Yeah, this is a definitely very, very strong strategy. And so pretty much how this works, they did change Arcana from the previous season, because previously you only needed to do 15 cards, and now you have to do 30. And when you're in a map, you'll see cards like so. And as you go through them, there's a whole bunch of different cards that can pop up, and they tend to be pretty dangerous, and you fight them. And then you're going to get progress like this right here. And you'll also drop things like notes here. Now, these notes are basically, even so it says bad note, that is still perfectly fine. This is just a little card roll that you're going to get inside the mechanic. I'm not really going to go through the Arcana mechanic too much. However, let's just talk a little bit about the strategy in the tree that we're using here real quick. And so what we want to do is we want to get through the 30 cards that you need to pull as fast as possible. And this is what I found has been working for me. There's definitely some variations that you can do. And so first off here, we're going to Arcana here. And what this is going to do, this section over here is the part that makes it so it shows up, but we're going to be using a compass, so we don't need to take that part. So first off, we have a 30% chance for the card to be settled an additional time. So 30% chance to get one more progress, which is pretty good. And then there is a 1.3% chance for the progress to be completed immediately. This is very nice as well, because, you know, just going from having 1 out of 30 to 30 out of 30 is very good. All of these notes here give you more chance to drop notes, which are just the things that help you roll better. And then going over here, we get more note drop chance. And then all the way down here, when completing a tarot trial, +1 to the chest of destiny drop quantity for every point of tarot trial progress gained. This wording here sounds a little bit confusing, but it's basically just saying, hey, for every single progression you make, you get 1% drop quantity while you have this node active. You could obviously do Arcana in another nether realm area where you don't have this tree active, so you want to get that bonus. And so you just want to make sure you're doing this with the whole tree active. The center part here does have some magic in it. So these allow you to pick which types of kismets you like to drop. I prefer the survival, the other, and the summons. Realistically, though, might want to drop off the others here. You do some price checks here, but some of the most expensive things right now are the survival kismets, like those 5,000 FE ones that I showed you there. But the true magic here is this node right here. 20% chance to generate 1 additional tarot trial when defeating a nether realm boss. And we tested out a whole bunch of things with this, but I'm pretty sure that this almost exclusively counts the map boss, but there is some sneaky things we can do here. And so we're doing Dream in here, mostly for a little bit more extra loot. This is just kind of nice and extra, and we don't necessarily need to do that per se, but Goddess of the Hunt is kind of ridiculous here. And realistically, we could probably fill out this entire tree. But if we go over here, we're going to have a 50% chance to spawn a ghost after defeating the affected Trial of the Goddess of Hunting. And this counts as a boss. And because we are going to be using this compass right here, the General Hunting Compass Legendary, there's a 100% chance to replicate the legendary boss monsters at the end of the stage. So every single map will get 2 guaranteed map bosses, and then 50-50 for each of them to spawn a ghost. And all of these monsters can spawn cards for the Netherrealm at the end here. And so if we go and pull this up here, we can see this nice little screenshot from yesterday where I managed to get 3 of these particular cards, which is pretty nice. And, you know, this gives you just more shots at the mechanic, which is just extra juice. This is very important because these Arcana cards that we're using are very expensive. So these hunting ones, about like 3 FE, whereas these Faded Arcana ones is going to be like 30 to maybe 40 FE, depending on the time of the day. And so what this does is it makes it so that we get 2 additional tarot trials in the stage. But then when completing a tarot trial, we get plus 10% destiny drop chance from chests of destiny for every point of progress gained. So this means that while this is active, you're more likely to get destiny for every single point you get. And so we want to try to squeeze as many bosses into the map as we possibly can that are specifically map stage bosses. Right now my tree is maybe a little bit messed up because we've been trying to get cube monsters to give us stuff. We try to get the other boss style monsters that don't really actually seem to give us credit for giving us extra cards. So I'm probably going to adjust the tree a little bit so if it looks a little bit different in the published code that you're going to see, that's probably why. But that's pretty much the crux of the thing. Now, when you're actually going through and running the Arcana content, you're going to want to make sure to get lots of chests. The more chests you get, the more kind of shots you're going to have at Kismets and other things. But also getting them really high rank is noticeably good. So my entire inventory here from, I think, here to here, in these 2 open slots are also dual Kismets that I just showed on my auction house here. So these 3, pretty much all of this was from one run where we had almost all rainbow chests. It was one of the special ones and 1 red chest. And so you definitely get a lot more Kismets on higher rank chests just naturally. And the compass just increases those odds. And so I think that you probably want to balance getting more chests and getting higher rank chests as opposed to just trying to get like 1 or 2 super high rank chests. But we will probably try to min-max this a little bit more moving forward. I've been doing this mostly in Profound, and that's like where I just got all that stuff from. Getting like 10,000 FE worth of drops has made chat get really mad at me, so I had to go make a video for you guys real quick. Hopefully this helps out a little bit. We will be adjusting and min-maxing the strategy a little bit as we move forward, so keep an eye out on that. There'll be a code down in the description below. You're going to click on the flame up here, pro builds, quick loot, and then this enter build code button here. Just paste it there, and it will have like the finished tree with the compasses and stuff in there as well. I'm going to do a little bit more adjusting today as we go through, and so we will adjust the code accordingly. Hope this helps out, and a big shout out to my boy Nazroth for kind of turning me on to this Arcana farming strategy in the first place. We'll see you guys again soon. Come by the stream and you can witness fun farming moments as well. Later.